started it here. All right, we good. We good. All right. Hey. So I'm so excited for what we have to talk with you tonight about. I've got someone special on here with me to help train this for you guys. I know some of you guys are going to be catching the replay. I'm just going to set my phone up so I can actually have it facing me somehow. So I'm really excited about this, and I want to go over a couple of announcements first. And I know that I haven't been actually sending or talking about the announcements while I'm on a recorded Zoom. So I'm just going to share it with you guys because I know a lot of you guys hop on the recording. So I want to make sure that I cover all the spots. Okay. So first things first, you want to write these down. Conference is September 24th and September 25th this year. That's legit like a month away. It is going to be crazy. I'm so excited for what they're going to announce. They're doing, we normally do our conference in January, but we're doing a fall edition conference, which if you know anything about conference, it is always massive. Usually we go to Tampa, Florida together as a team. We usually stay in hotels together and stuff like that. And we just spend time together. We take photos together. We play games. We go walk the area downtown right there. We get to do just tons of fun stuff together, and we go out to dinner together and eat and all that good stuff. And it's just a really good time to kind of be around people who are like-minded and who are changing their life. Right now, with everything that's going on in our world, we were not able to do fall conference at the arena. So we're doing a virtual conference for fall. I'm not sure what's going to happen in January, so stay tuned for that. But this fall conference is the 24th and 25th, and Matt and I have decided to open our house to as many people as we can fit. I'm so excited about this. We're going to be doing food and taking photos and playing games and all that good stuff. I know we've got a few people coming up from down south, and I just want you guys to know that that is an option for you to come up and stay in the hotels local to us and come to our house and hang out and take photos and all that good stuff. So you'll be taken care of once you're here. So that's going to be really exciting. I know that we went over last week, we went over what the goal was this month, and I'm so excited because it's dropping pretty fast. And we started at needing 10,000 group volume, and we're already down to 9,794. Sorry, I had to say that the right way. It's been a long day. So I'm really excited about this. And I know that school is starting for a lot of you guys, and for either you being in college or you having kids that are going back to school and all that good stuff. I know that we're about to take a really big shift in our schedules. I know that I have two kids, one that's in school, one that's not in school. So we're going to have to adjust to them kind of playing together and hanging out together and preoccupying each other, to me having to give more attention to my son because he's not going to have anybody here to play with. And my daughter's going to be in school full time. So I'm going to have to adjust to bringing her to school and picking her up every single day, and all that good stuff, which I've done every single year. And I actually get really excited because I get to own my time more when we are on a schedule like that. So we're going to be feeling that shift here soon, and we'll be feeling that team wide pretty much with a lot of people who have kids who are in school or going back to college. Number 3 is there is a boom challenge happening right now in our team page. If you have not checked that out, go check it out, go read it. This is really awesome. I do these every once in a great while where I actually do incentives for you. So not only are you building your residual, earning fast start bonuses, which is when you get a distributor and get and teach them how to get their first 6 loyal customers, it's $150, but you also are able to earn the weekly bonuses right now that are going on. So for every 5 loyal customers that you get within 1 week, okay, a Saturday to a Friday, for every 5 that you get $100 the following Thursday. Okay. So if you want $100 and you want to make that money and you want to make it quick, this is a really great opportunity for you to be able to make that type of money. I've already earned several of them, and it's just because I keep getting the 5. And so what I always recommend to people when you want to get a fast start bonus, or if you want to get a one of these weekly bonuses, or you want to grow your income, make sure you draw yourself a map. So it doesn't matter whether you are going Ruby or you want to just get one of these 5 LCs. to get the $100, or you want to get a fast start bonus, so you need a distributor and 6 loyal customers. Draw yourself a map, write it down on a piece of paper. And if you're not focusing on that every single day and you're doing other things here, there, and everywhere, then you're not working your business for what you really want, right? You have to focus on what the ending goal is. So it's ridiculously important that you draw yourself that map, you line out what exactly you want for this month and what you want it to look like. And then you just go for it and you do all the things that will get you there, which is mainly adding people, messaging, and following up. Those are your 3 major components of your income producing activities to get you those loyal customers and distributors. If you are just posting, you're not going to get those loyal customers. If you are just updating your story and posting, you're not going to get those loyal customers. If you're just adding to your Facebook and messaging, but not following up, you're not going to get those loyal customers. It is so important that you are following through with messaging and host to post and following up every single day. The more you do, the more you're going to get. Okay. So it's a numbers game. If you want more loyal customers, you have to be willing to do more, meaning add more, message more, follow up more, add more, message more, follow up more. And so sticking to your guns and figuring out exactly how you're going to make that happen every single day is so important. And writing that down for yourself, writing out an agenda for when you schedule yourself to work. So if you know you've only got an hour or 2 to work every single day, you want to make sure you're doing those income producing activities 80% of the time. And then the rest of the time, you're doing all the little small things that go along with your business, like your follow-ups and your posting and updating your story. That should only be 20% of what you're doing every single day. The rest of it should be personal development and growing your business. Okay. So I'm really, really excited about what we actually have to talk about tonight. So I'm going to get started with that portion now. We're actually going to get started talking about Instagram tonight. So how many of you guys, just in the chat, just give me a 1 if you've ever been nervous to work Instagram, or if you've ever felt like it was confusing or it was hard, or, oh my gosh, it's outside of my comfort zone, anything like that. Okay, I'm seeing 1. So me too. When I first started this business, so many people told me that Instagram was blowing up, and that if I wasn't working Instagram, then I was not going to get as far as I wanted to go, because Instagram, you can have a way bigger following. You can talk to way more people, and you can attract people who are just like you through it. Okay. And at first I didn't believe it. I was like, man, I'm killing it on Facebook. I am doing so good on Facebook. I was doing host to post. I was cranking them out. I was getting so many distributors, so many followers on Facebook. And then my Facebook started acting crazy. Okay. And I don't know if you guys have ever had this happen before, but my Facebook has shut down not once, not twice, but 3 times. Okay. And I'm not going to wait around for a 4th. So what I'm doing is I am growing a second platform on top of Facebook, so that if God forbid something happened to my Facebook, I still could do follow-ups through Instagram, and I still could grow my business through Instagram no matter what. Okay. So social media is getting really, really tricky lately. And that is one of the biggest tips that we can give you. And that's why we're going to show you tonight how exactly we're working and growing Instagram alongside Facebook. Okay. So we're still doing all the things we do on Facebook. We're still host to posting 10 people to post for us every single day. There is no question about it. If you're not doing that, then you're not working your business to your fullest, right? You should be focusing on host to post. That's what's going to get you all of your loyal customers. Okay. I'm still doing all the host to post. I'm still growing my network on Facebook. I'm still posting on Facebook. I'm still updating my story, and it's going over to Facebook and all that good stuff. However, I'm growing on Instagram too. And so I'm just going to rapid fire kind of 4 major areas on what I'm doing in my business to grow my Instagram every single day. And you guys can write these down for yourself so you have those notes. If you want to share them in the chat afterwards, absolutely share them. We're one team, one mission. So helping each other out is so important. So number 1, I grow my network on Instagram. Okay. And how I do this is a little bit different than Facebook. Facebook, I would normally go by state, by state, by state. And it's really simple to add on Facebook. However, Instagram is simple too. It's just a different way. So a lot of the times when I'm growing my network on Instagram, I will go to like my favorite boutique, like my favorite clothing boutique, or my favorite sweet shop, or my favorite restaurant, or something like that. That's in the area that I want to expand to. So like, for example, if I'm expanding into North Carolina or Tennessee, like we are, or like I am right now, I'm going to go and find a really cute shop or a really cute boutique in that area just by going to Google, guys. Be resourceful. Go to Google, type in cute boutiques or clothing boutiques in, so-and-so area. Okay. When I find one, almost all of them have Instagram, especially if they're growing big and they're growing fast, or online boutiques. And so I'm going to, and you can do this, you can base it out of a certain area, or you can just type in certain boutiques that you like. Maybe you like a lot of colors. So you're going to type in like United States online boutique, lots of colors, something like that. It's going to bring up a list of different boutiques that you can find. Same with restaurants. If you know you like a restaurant chain and you know that there's one in the area that you want to expand to, go type in that restaurant and you can find and pinpoint the exact restaurant that's in the area that you want to expand to. So when I was expanding down south, or I'm always expanding down south, I feel like when I'm expanding, like one time I typed in a certain town in Alabama that I was expanding to, and I typed in the name of a restaurant chain that I wanted to find. So I typed it in and I found one right in the county that I wanted to expand to. And then I went to the followers on that specific restaurant, and I added all the followers on there. You can also go to the photos that are posted from that restaurant, and you can go add everybody who liked those photos too. So just a couple of great ideas how to add people and how to grow your network on Instagram. Guys, there's no cap on expanding your network on Instagram. This is what I love Instagram right now, because I don't get blocked from adding and I don't get blocked from messaging. And so I can do my messaging sprees and I can do my adding sprees and I can do all of it on Instagram, as many as I want. And Instagram doesn't give me that red flag, super fast like Facebook does. So when I grow intentionally, and I like to grow state by state. If you know you're traveling somewheres, or you know that you want to travel somewheres in the future, grow by that state. If you want to grow in your area, okay, do the same exact thing. Type in a local store, a local boutique that you go to all the time. Guarantee you're going to find a ton of people in that area just by going to the people that are following that place. Okay. So that's a really great way to grow your network. Another thing is, go find somebody that you would follow on Instagram if you weren't working this business. So a famous singer, a famous actor, someone that is a motivational speaker that you've always loved, right? Go to someone that's already on your Instagram that you just really are inspired by. Go at all their friends. Go at all their followers. Everybody's following them, because if they're following them and you like them too, chances are they're going to follow you too. Okay. So when I'm growing my network just like I would on Facebook. I'm looking for people who are smiling in their photo. I'm looking for people who don't look like they're running a business already. I'm looking for people who are not flipping the bird or have Tweety Bird on their profile photo. You want to make sure it's a real person. You want to make sure that they're smiling, they're approachable. And the reason is because I'm not going out and looking for people who need to lose weight. Instead, I'm going out on my Instagram to look for people who want to make money from their phone. And there is no profile for that. It's just, you want to make sure that they are approachable. How you know that they're approachable? They're smiling in their photo. They look approachable. If they're giving you the finger, or they are not taking photos of themselves at all, of course, they're not going to be as approachable as that person who's smiling and excited on their profile photo. Okay. So make sure that you're checking into that when you're growing your network. Second thing, number 2 is posting. Okay. Instagram is different than Facebook when it comes to posting. Instagram, you want to make sure that you have clean cut, clear pictures that, are all the same type of colors. Okay. So if you put a filter on one of them, and then you put a different colorful photo on the other one, and then you put a gray one on the other one, your Instagram is not going to flow and it's not going to be attractive, which means that people are not going to click on your photos and go and start looking at them. So it's really important that when you go to post on Instagram, you have a photo that pops, because when it pops and it has that filter on it, whether it's just a bright colored filter, or you can use Lightroom like I do. You can put a filter through Lightroom on there. You can ask your upline how to do that. But it's really, really simple. There's different apps out there that you can use. I know PixArt is a really big one. Lightroom's a really big one. I know a few of us have different ones in here. But just work with the people who are on your sideline and your upline and ask them what the best thing is to edit your photos with. When you're taking photos, you definitely don't want to take photos where you're frowning. You definitely don't want to take photos where you look angry, right? Nobody's going to want to come to your Facebook or your Instagram, and nobody's going to want to approach you when you look like you're grumpy all the time. So it's so important that when you're posting on Instagram, you're looking presentable. It's okay to have a straight face sometimes when you're talking about something serious, but it's very important that you look approachable, just like when you're going to look for other people, right? So when you're posting, making sure that it's a clean cut photo, not something where it's super blurry. Nobody's going to want to go and see it. And Instagram's all about the photos. Okay. So make sure that when you are posting too, when you go to put your post up, you're putting up a photo, but you're also telling your story in the comment section, and you can say it in little snippets. You can talk about the coffee, hold a coffee mug. There's sometimes where I literally have held, I don't even have a coffee mug right with me, but I've literally held a coffee mug up, and I've talked about my skinny coffee and how much I love my skinny coffee and how much it's done for me and my friends. Okay. Or what are the benefits for it? I say skinny coffee because it's attraction marketing. I'm not going to go tell people that it's keto coffee in my cup, because then they're going to go type in keto coffee and they're going to go buy it from Walmart. Okay. We have coffee that is like no other coffee. It's not like the ones that you can go buy at Walmart or go buy on Amazon. It's really important that they know that. And so when you're posting, making sure that you're keeping your wording to a minimum, so that they are keeping your wording. So there's curiosity there, because when there's curiosity there, they are actually going to reach out to you and ask what's in your cup, right? Same with when you're taking a picture with the keto energy sticks, cover up the it works and just post a picture with you with the keto energy, or you dumping it in your mouth. And just with the wording, say, I love these mom sticks. I love these mom energy sticks. I love these energy sticks. They are amazing. They're like adult pixie sticks. They have the vitamin B6 and B12. People are going to be like, heck yes, sign me up, right? They're going to want to know what you're actually using. And so it's important to make sure that you're not blurting it all out so that they don't go research it themselves. You don't want to take yourself out as the middleman. And what I mean by that is, if you tell them everything right up front on your post, they have no need to go and message you. So it's important that you keep that curiosity there, and you kind of keep that on the back end. Okay. So when you are posting on Instagram too, and you're telling your story, making sure that when you're telling your story, you're telling them what it was like before you started this business, what got you really curious, and what were your objections, and how did you find it? Okay. And then what's it going to do for you in the future? Where are you going with this business? Is it going to pay a couple of your bills? Is it going to pay you enough so that you can go move into an apartment on your own or a house on your own? Is it going to allow you to pay off all of your debt? Is it going to allow you, like, where are you headed with it? Because people don't care where you're at right now. They really don't. They care about connecting with you from where you started and where are you headed. So you want to make sure you paint that picture for them. You paint that vision for them, because if they can see the vision in you, and then you invite them in at the end by saying, comment a heart below, or text VIP to put your phone number, or fill out the application in my bio, right? When you're putting that on there, they're reading it. They're saying, I'm just like she was when she first started, or before she started, and I really want what she wants too. That's crazy. And then when you invite them into your story by putting at the end of it, fill out the link below, boom, you've got someone who you've painted the vision for, and now they're interested because they can connect with you the most from where you started to begin with. Okay. So making sure you paint that vision and show who you are. This is like one of the biggest things when you're posting on Instagram. Show who you are, be authentic. Okay. If you know that you've got a really funny personality, you don't want to be serious all over your Instagram. Did I say Facebook before? You don't want to be all serious on your Instagram. Okay. You want to make sure that you are being who you are authentically. Okay. So if you know that you like to go out and have a few drinks, okay, talk about how much fun you have every once in a while, right? If you know that you like to I don't know, color, show what you're coloring, right? Show what you're doing. If you know that you're like a bomb crocheter, show how you're doing it. You're going to attract other people who like to do those things. If you like to go to church on Sundays and you love Jesus, go talk about it, right? Go talk about it all over your Instagram. Talk about those things. I'm not saying post about all these things every single day, but I'm saying make sure that you blend that into your post. What do you like? What's the journey that you're on? What does that even look like? Because people need to know where you're headed. They need to know what you're like. They need to know certain things that you love because they need to be able to relate to that. And then you need to be able to attract other people who are just like you. That's how I find my best friends in this business. I post just like myself. So when someone comes into my business, I can almost tell that they're just like me in some way, shape, or form. We've got so many things in common. And I just like to find those things out along the way, right? But you already know, people already know you when they get started with you. And it's because you have to paint that vision to begin with. Okay. So that's super important. Number 3 is going to be your story. Okay. How many of you guys have seen someone's story and you just keep watching it over and over and over and over and over again throughout the day? I see some of you guys keeping my stuff. Okay. When you just can't get enough of it, right? Because it's an interesting story every single day. There's something interesting, but there's also little snippets of the business, the business, the business, the business. This business has led me to the lifestyle I get to live, right? And so I'm painting that story every single day on my Instagram story. That's also pushed over to my Facebook story every single day. Your story should be like 80% business and product and 20% your life. Okay. And the reason why is because you want to make sure that when you're posting more about who you are and more about where this business is taking you. And then your story is going to be used more for your business. Okay. And when you're doing that on Facebook, you're going to be doing the same exact thing, talking more about who you are, talking more about where you come from, where you're going, et cetera, et cetera. So it's really important to make sure that when you're posting on your story, you're kind of intertwining it. And you want to make sure that it flows. You want to post things that are just like you. So if you have a funny meme that you saw that is so your personality, okay, go post it on there, right? If you have a quote that just sets with you, like you just feel it, right? We all have had those before. Post that up on your story. Make sure that when when you go do something fun, like I'm taking Bailey this weekend to go school shopping and go get our nails done. Finally, we haven't gotten our nails done forever. I'm going to talk about that. I'm going to talk about how we've spent the entire summer doing whatever we want. We just haven't had time to go get our nails done, right? So it's going to be really fun. And I'm going to talk about those things. And that's going to bring people in who want to go do those things. They want to have a fun summer. They don't want to have to worry next summer about not being able to do what they want to do, right? So it's so important to make sure that when you are on your story, you're sharing who you are, but you're also sharing your business. And you can share them through the threads. We all see them. You can look them up on Pinterest. You can find them on other leaders' pages. If you go to my story, I guarantee you'll find something. If you go to Haley's story, you'll see one. Christina, you'll see one. They're all over, right? Because we're like posting a little bit about our life, then we're posting a thread about the business, and then a little bit about our life, and then a little bit about the business, okay? And one of the things I've been doing recently is I have slides that are sharing my story. Okay. Because some people aren't going to look at your post on Facebook. They're not going to look at your post on Instagram. They're not even going to look at your message on Facebook or Instagram, but they are going to watch your story. Right. And so you want to capture every single person that watches your story. And so if you share that story of what was it like before you started this business, or what was it like before you started this opportunity, right? Don't say it works. Make sure that you're keeping it like this is an opportunity. This is a business, right? Attraction marketing is when you say a little bit, but you leave that curiosity there for them so that they have to ask you, hey, what do you do from home, right? You want to make sure everything that you post, hey, what are you doing, right? You want that curiosity to be there. So when you're posting, what was it like before you started this business? What were some of the objections that you had? And then where is it taking you? And then invite them into your story at the end of it. Like put a little slide that says, send VIP for more info, or put would you try this business and give it your all? yes or heck yes, right? Always put the yes and yes type of poll on there. So important to do that. You guys can put cute little music behind it and everything. If you're on your Instagram and you go to post a video or a story on there, if you click on it, if you take the video, okay, and then you swipe up, it's going to give you all the options. You can add a poll, you can add a question, you can add a quiz, you can put little GIFs on there, you can add music to it, however you want it. But when you do that, it actually captures people's attention more, because maybe you're playing a favorite song that they've always listened to, or maybe you're playing something that's catchy, or maybe you've got a really funny little GIF with a guy going like this, at the bottom of it. But when you put different things and add different things, it makes you unique and it makes you different. So making sure that you include those on your stories. And then number 4, I message on Instagram. Okay. So what I mean by that is I message just like I would on Facebook. However, I don't do host to post on Instagram at this moment. Okay. I am doing straight up messaging. And what I like to do is I message my followers, because while I'm adding people, or not followers, I message my following the most, because as I'm adding people, I've got new people I'm following and new people I'm following and new people I'm following. So every single time that I go to message on Instagram, I just click on my following and then I click on latest. And then once I click on latest, I message all the most recent people that I've followed. And I always send them a potential distributor message usually. And that's because if I send them that message, the first thing they're going to do is go look at my Instagram. My Instagram is very upbeat. It's very positive, very like eye-catching, eye-appealing photos. When you go onto my Instagram, the first thing you can see is that I have kids. I love coffee. I've got a funny personality, and I like to feel good, and I like to make other people feel good. Okay. So you're going to see those different things, and that's me. That's who I am. So this is why it all kind of locks in and joins together. Okay. So I message people. I set my timer for 10 minutes. This is how I stay consistent. I stay on time. I stay on point. I set my timer for 10 minutes, and I just message the first person, the second person, the third person, fourth person, fifth person. And Instagram does not block you as quickly as Facebook would. And so when you're messaging, you can literally send the same couple of messages every single time. And every single time that you do a messaging spree like that, that's what we call them, messaging sprees, you can go ahead and every single time that you do them, you're going to notice that you're going to get more and more and more and more and more people who are going to follow you back. Okay. Because they're seeing it, and then they're going to your Facebook, they're checking you out, and then they're following you. And it's because you're asking them if they want to make money. Okay. Who doesn't want to make money right now? Right. So they're interested, they're intrigued. They might not say it right off the bat, but they're going to go ahead and follow you. And so this is where the fortune is in the follow-up. We still have to follow up with people on Instagram just like we would on Facebook. And so I'm going to let Haley tell you a little bit about organization here in a minute, but when you go to follow up with them, you're just going to go to your, the people that you are following up with, or you're going to have them on your list for follow up Friday, and you're going to follow up with them every single week until they say yes or until they delete you. Right. And that's what we do on Facebook. That's exactly what we're going to do on Instagram too. And it's always about doing more. So like, if you want more people to follow you on Instagram, what do you have to do? You have to add more people. You have to follow more people on Instagram. They're not just going to find you. You have to go find them. There are other ways that you can attract other people into your business. But when you follow people, you're going to find that a lot of people are going to follow you back too. So it's really important to follow every single day. If you want more people to sign up as a loyal customer, guess what you got to do? You got to message more people about becoming a loyal customer. You have to message more people about, the 2-day cleanse. Ask them if they know anybody who wants to try it. You got to message more people about the slimming gummies. Ask them if they know anybody who would want to try them, right? You got to ask more people about the skinny coffee, and ask them if they know anybody who wants to try them, right? It's all about doing more. And if you follow up with them every single week after you get them on your list, you're going to find that more and more and more and more and more of them are going to enroll. So super important. I think that's all I got for right now. So I'm going to swap it over to Haley actually, and she can take it over for the few things that she had to talk about Instagram too. You can go ahead and unmute yourself, girl.
Okay, so If you have been a part of the Freedom Zooms that Tanya, Mandy, and Chelsea have been putting on, one of the first ones I did was an Instagram training, and Tanya talked about making your Instagram a professional account. So when you go into the settings and when you set up your Instagram, you can set it up as a personal account or a professional account. And the organization process and the way that I'm going to discuss it is you have to have your account set up as a professional account. It's super easy to do it. It's literally just a couple steps. When you go in to edit your profile, it'll ask you if you want to change it to a business account. You change it, and then it gives you like titles and stuff like that of what you can say that you are. Most people don't put that you're an entrepreneur or anything like that on there because you don't want that to deter people away. One of the new ones that I've seen that I've noticed people have been using, and I'm actually using, it's literally, it says just for fun. So it hasn't stopped anybody from thinking I'm a blogger or anything like that and not wanting to follow me back or anything. But now that my account is professional, there's so many more things that it has opened up. And one of the things that has opened up is it has given me 2 separate inboxes for my messages. So I want to show y'all. We're going to turn this around. Hopefully y'all can see it. So there is right here, I have 3 different things at the top. And one of them is my primary. So when I'm sending out messages, that's where they go. If people message me, that's where they go, is on the primary. But once they respond back to my message and they say, yes, they're interested, that I literally just swipe over on their name and move them to general. And so when I go to do my follow-ups, it's literally, they're all right here. This is any potential distributor, any potential loyal customer, anything that I've spoken with about this business, and they have said yes to at some point, they go into the general folder. So I don't have to go back through and scrolling through, and if I forgot to write someone's name down, or if I'm doing messaging sprees and I've like, when you do your messaging sprees and you don't respond back to people immediately and you feel like you're losing people that are going further down, before I start my messaging sprees, I go through my primary and I don't respond back to everybody. I just swipe over and move them to general so I can do my messaging sprees and I'm not losing people and I'm keeping up with them. And it's making the follow-ups so much easier because even if you're not right, like I don't have to pull out my notebook. It's so much easier. I wish Facebook did this, y'all. I'm telling y'all. So it's literally just, there is like, so when you click on your messages up here at the top, it literally says primary and general. And then once you click on primary, and you just swipe over and it says general right there. And it's so easy. And that's all it does. It moves to general and then they're there. So you literally have to go into, I'm going to try to screen record when we get off of this because I have to find it. And I'll send it to you in the group of how to swap over your account from professional to, or from personal to professional. And that's going to give you, it's going to open up so much more on Instagram, not just the organization process, but it actually shows you insights and like the way that people view your page and who all views your page and how they view your page and what percentage of people that you're actually following and that are following you that actually pay attention to your page. So it's so good because you realize that after you've done so many adding, you've added so many people, if you go in and check and see our Instagram are supposed to get about 10% out of their followers that are actually paying attention to it. So if they're not that high percentage, then maybe you need to switch things up and try to look for someone look at people that are going more in your direction. So when you post and you have hashtags or stuff like that, go and search and follow people from those hashtags, because if they're posting about those hashtags and you're posting about those hashtags, then most likely y'all have things in common. So one of probably the easiest thing that I go from is I always look up moms, because I'm always posting about my kids. My kids are literally everything. So I've always been one that's just the easiest thing to do is just look up moms, because if I'm posting mom stuff and I'm posting life hacks or fun things I see, they're going to like it because they're moms too. So I have so many people that reach out to me just from what I post about just being a mom because I'm always adding moms. So there's that. And then there is another thing that Instagram has come out with that is not completely new, but it is new, and it's called Reels. So, of course, we live in this day and age that everybody knows what TikTok is. But Instagram is kind of trying to make their own little videos out of it and trying to not really take over, but trying to branch into what TikTok's doing. So it's just a 15-second video. And when you're doing your Reels, you want to use popular sounds. So when it comes down to it, there are different sounds that that you can scroll through when people post their videos that everybody's using this sound to do this dance or this sound to do this dance. You want to use those popular sounds so that bumps you up into things more. Now, of course, if your account is private, it will not be bumped up and people will not see it unless they are following you. So you may not get as much from it if you have a public account compared to having a private account. But literally people have taken their reels, and if you go and follow some top leaders like Rachel Jones, she's really good on her reels, but she just posts her standing there like dancing, moving around, lipping to a song or something, and she literally just writes text to it. So if you're posting a reel, the most important things is you need to have a sound. No matter what it is, don't post just a silent video. If it's a sound of you talking, if it's a sound of music or something like that, make sure there's always a sound to it, and make sure there's always text, because so many people are watching your reels and they can't listen to it, or they're at work. And that's the same thing with your stories. Just branching on that, people will be more tendency to listen to something or watch something and can't specifically listen to it if they're at work. So if you always write your text out, then they're reading it no matter what. A lot of people, they'll just flip through it if they're not listening to you. So when you do your reels, it's very important to put your text on there and make sure you have a sound. And you just want to be happy. If you're not a dancer, that's fine. If you're not a singer, that's fine. Just being yourself and branching out to who you are as a person. And if you're doing it and you're making a TikTok and you're trying to branch out on both platforms, take that TikTok and put it to your reels. Did he just fall off? There's nothing saying that you can't put the two. Now, when you're doing it, try to switch from TikTok to Reels, because Reels do not save the sound. So if you move it to TikTok, then you have to add a different sound to it or try to find the same sound that you were using. For some reason, Instagram will not let you save the sound, but TikTok will. So just move those videos. Instagram isn't only 15 seconds. TikTok is a little bit longer, so that have to come into play too. But there are so many people that are now watching the reels, and that they're seeing a change and they're seeing a shift. And reels are more for the potential distributor aspect of things, because there are so many people out here that are wanting to be influencers. This is the new hype. This is the new big thing. It's what they can do to become famous, TikTok famous, Instagram famous, to become the influencer of it. So they're watching their reels, and where they're at now is that this company is just the step to get them there, to get them to where they want to go. So it's becoming more and more frequent now that people are seeing that you can really make a living and make a life off of working from social media. So and you have to stay consistent with it. Jackie Daring's always talked about how it took her months and months and months of being consistent with it before she saw a shift in it. So if you're doing it, don't just feel like you have to do it for a couple of days and then nothing works out, or you feel like you should have done something, it should have went viral and never did. Just make sure that you stay consistent with it, and just doing it every single day as much as you can, at least 3 times a day. They'd say that you can at least get out 3 reels a day, just throughout the day. And there's not really a per se time frame of it. When this first started, they did come out with it. I wrote it all down, and now they're saying that all that shifted because people are looking no matter when it is. So there's not really a time frame, and it's not like Facebook. You really don't have to space it out. If you post them on TikTok, you can post like all 3 of them at once. It's just making sure that you're staying consistent with it every single day, no matter what. If this is what you're wanting to do, and this is the business, this is a step that you can take in your business to make things shift for you, then make sure that you're staying consistent with it. And I think that's all I have.
I just wanted to say something and I was muted. So, you guys, Instagram is a huge platform that's coming up. And if you're not growing on your Instagram, then you're missing out because there's a huge potential in it right now, especially because Facebook is being kind of, crazy lately. So, growing on Instagram is definitely going to be really, really big for your business. And even if you just want to grow it on the side, slowly but surely, give yourself some tasks to do every single day. Even if you tell yourself, I'm going to get one reel up every single day. Okay. You can save them, I'm pretty sure, in drafts like TikTok, right? I think you can. Okay. So, every single day, go throw up a reel on your Instagram, go update your story once, go put up a post on Instagram, and add, like say I'm going to add 100 friends on Instagram today, right? I'm going to message, 50 people today on Instagram, 25 potential loyal customers, 25 potential distributors. Even if you're doing that bare minimum, you're still doing something, right? And consistency is the key. So if you are doing just that little bit every single day, that's going to add up, and it's going to create this exponential effect where, residually it's just going to keep coming in and coming in and coming in and coming in. So it's really important to make sure you do that. Did you have something else to say?
Yeah, I was thinking. So I know that we've talked about planning posts and that we sit down and we do it on a Sunday. If you have a full-time job and things kind of take over, sit down and take that time out one day out of a week and fix yourself and fix your hair, fix your makeup, do whatever you want to do. Change your shirt and make your reels. Make 3 or 4, make 5, 6, 7 of them all in that day and just change it up so you save them in your draft so you have them to post throughout the day. You don't have to stress about what you're going to post that day. And I do that with my story threads too. I sit down Sunday when I get done planning my post, and after I get the rest of my week done, I sit down and I go through and I have new story threads that I haven't posted. I go through Pinterest and I find all of that. I have all of that set up, and I have a folder on my phone for it. But it's just planning ahead because we all have busy, crazy schedules. And if you're thinking about something and you see somebody do something and you want to do it and kind of tweak it and make it your own, then save it and go back to it. Add it to your folders, add it to whatever you have to add it to, and save it. And then take that one day out of the week and go back to it and recreate it and make it your own. When you find a sound that someone else has used, don't think that you can't use it. That's when you want to use it. You want to use those popular sounds because if everybody's using it, then everybody's going to see it. First, it's really the algorithm behind it because it's so important. When people have seen this one sound that 500,000 people have used, then it's just going to keep bumping that one sound up. So even if you take that sound and you do something completely different than everyone else, they're still going to see it because it's on that sound. And just plan it out. It's busy. We all have busy, hectic schedules. So however you have to plan it out, just plan it out and save it.
Yeah, it's really whatever works for you. Like if you know that you've got a busy week and Sundays don't work good for you to plan, well, plan it on a Monday, plan them on a Tuesday. Like nobody cares when you do it, just as long as you plan it out so that then throughout the week you're not scrambling to figure out, okay, well, what am I going to put up on my Instagram today? Okay, well, what am I going to post on my story today? Right? No, you've already got it. And I love the fact that you said that you have a folder on your phone for your story threads and stuff. I think that's freaking awesome. And we should all do that. I'm going to go do that myself this week because I haven't been doing that. So it's a great idea and great tip, Haley. So I appreciate you guys showing up on here. I am so excited that we were able to give you these great tips, and I'm going to go ahead and record it, and I'm actually going to stop the recording. If I can. Oh, I'm not really sure how to. So that's all right. So we're going to go ahead and end it. I love you guys so much. Thank you for hopping on. I hope you have a great night.